Nuno, course, speak black country, we do speak Portuguese. Everybody at Molyneux, old Nuno likes to tease. Everyone in Lisbon by now must have heard. Wolves, I'm going to Wembley, buzzing either word.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Old Gold and Black. It's me, Tom Rouse. How are you doing? Are you all looking forward to Christmas? I imagine lots of you who go to school are either breaking up today or tomorrow, and you can start looking forward now to next week and the festivities that we'll all be enjoying. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well as finding me over on Twitter at the Old Gold 1877. And let me just check that I'm in focus, because I don't think I am. And comment down below your memories from this game. So it's a sad one today. It's the first one which I think people are going to say, how's that your favourite moment? But I will explain. So this moment, and moment number 19, is Wolves 2, Watford 3 in the FA Cup semi-final, because I think it's going to be a very, very important moment in hindsight. When we look back in 10, 15, 20 years of Nuno's time at Wolves, I think that this moment is going to provide people, it's sort of a moment, a defining moment in Nuno's time at Wolves. Not necessarily the best moment, but I think it's going to be one where we look back and think that's when things changed. So Wolves went into the semi-final on the back of a win against Manchester United a couple of days before, and we were arguably favourites. I think probably with the bookies we were the favourites for that game, and deservedly so. We were higher in the league. They were challenging for 7th at the time, Watford, but we had better players than them. I think we had been playing better football than them, and we'd had a tougher run to the quarter-final as well. Sorry, to the semi-final as well. My dad had written and recorded the song Buzzing Either Word, which had gone to levels that we didn't think that it would, where it was getting played on BBC WM, and he was interviewed on WM by Frank C, and then it was played on 5 Live on the day of the semi-final. And people were coming up to him on the on the coach and having pictures with him, and it was that sort of community aspect of it that we hadn't seen at Wolves for a long time. I'd been to the playoff final in 2003, but this was a new level. This was a new era of competition. We were in a semi-final as a Premier League team against a team who of comparable stature and comparable skill and quality in their squad, and we were going into a semi-final as favourites, which was an unbelievable feeling at the time. And then to be going down on the coach to Wembley with all of my family and my dad, who didn't go to the playoff final because he didn't like Paul Ince and didn't go to any games when Paul Ince was there. I liked that moment of it, and I know that we spoke about it afterwards on the Talking Wolves podcast, and I said that I really enjoyed that part of the game. Now, Wembley's not the best stadium for atmosphere because of how big it is and how far the fans are apart, but I just remember as well feeling like I was in heaven because I was bumping into people that I hadn't seen for years. I was going to watch Wolves in such a big game, and everywhere that I went on Wembley Way, it was just Wolves fans absolutely everywhere. So the game starts, and Wolves start really well. Johnny has a shot in the first 10 seconds or so, which on another day swings into the top corner. But we go into the lead, Matt Doherty's header, and there's a little part of me that starts to believe. There's still a little bit of me that's cautious, but then in the second half, when Jimenez scores that goal and he puts on his mask, and we're 2-0 up with, 20 minutes, half an hour to go, I feel like we are going to make the final. But then there's a little voice in the back of my head that thinks we have to kill this game off. We've got to kill the game off, because if we don't, if we let them score, then things will momentum will shift. And with Watford attacking their fans as well with that annoying drum all through the game, it is easy to imagine them being able to get back into the game. And it's what they did. And as frustrating as it might be, you have to take your hats off to Watford in that moment for that half an hour spell from 80 minutes to the end of extra time. Really, they were far superior. But the reason why I think it's going to be an important moment is because all of those players are so young. The Wolves players are all so young that we've got the second youngest squad in the Premier League, that they are going to learn so much from that disappointment. It's going to make them hungry. And that's what that's what good teams are made out of. Is they're made up from a disappointment previous or prior to their success that drives them on. You think about Diogo Jota in that game, played, I think, his best game for Wolves. He ran the ball so well, and when he was taken off, we fell apart. And everybody looked so tired. Cavaleiro had that chance at 3-2 to make it 3-3. There was lots of points in the game where you just thought we had the opportunity to kill it off, but didn't. And I think that's why, if we were to get to another semi-final, that we will, whoever it is, we'll smash them. A little bit like those of you who were old enough to remember, when we lost in the playoffs in 2002, after having blown that massive lead, the next year, lots of the Dave Jones and Paul Ince and Paul Butler and everybody talks about that final against Sheffield United and feeling the hurt from the previous year and being so focused on winning the game. They didn't wave at their families as they were coming out of the tunnel and stuff like that. They were focused on winning the game. And I think that's, Wolves will learn from that, and we will win trophies, and it will be because of that disappointment back in April against Watford. They may have won the battle, but Wolves ultimately won the war, which we'll come to in the next episode, which, again, we're going to talk about Watford. But anyway, it's been quite a long one today, but I hope that you understand why I've put this moment as one of the most important moments under Nuno. And there's one more thing I need to say about this one, is with all the post-match interviews and stuff coming back after the game, I remember Nuno's summing up exactly how we all felt. He just said in his interview, we all feel sad. And on the coaches on the way back home, that's exactly how we all felt. We just felt sad. We didn't feel angry. There was nobody to blame. We just felt sad in the way that the momentum shifted so quickly and we couldn't do anything to stop it. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope it hasn't upset anybody too much. I managed not to cry because I'm a grown man. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today's video, and I hope that you will follow me back tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Buzzing down the chip shop, by now you must have heard. The Wolves, I'm going to Wembley, buzzing either word.